Good afternoon, folks. I was cleaning my mold and I figure this would be a great tip to throw out there for those that are beginners. Instead of picking at it, I put some tape, as you see, and what I do is just roll it and pick up. Again, I have just did all this, but I figure it would be nice to show. Now, sometimes if I have to get in a crevice, I'll bend it, but it's silicone. And I am going to do it for the same project. I just don't like floaters. So, I'll just go through and pick through. Sometimes if I can get the bigger ones out, I'll pick the bigger ones. Get my nail in there. So, we're going to use these molds today. And we're going to make these little guys. These are beautiful. I love the sparkliness out of it. And then I also went and for the stud made that. So they're pretty cool. They are in my shop. Sfpi.square.site. I will have that in the descriptions below. But these are super fun to make. My daughter actually helped me mix this part. And this part I put it in a little silicone mold here. And this is, I like using these because they're easy to clean up. Put them right underneath the UV light. And we're good to go. So, I use this pink right here. I'm going to put my gloves on. I do not have a big light. I just have one like this, which is simple. I do have a bigger one, but I can't find the cord, and I think it went up, but I haven't got rid of it because I wasn't quite sure. But I do put quite a bit. Do not be afraid of the glitter. I may add more, but I like to add some. I can always add more, but after you add the resin, it's kind of hard to add more after, you know, take some away. So, and this is only for the bottom half, so it's pretty simple to do. I use popsicle sticks because they're easy. Yeah, definitely going to need some more, for sure. Yeah. Stay. I knew that was going to happen, but that is okay. I like using this UV resin because it's not sticky, it's not tacky. I do cure it for maybe a minute or so longer, which is not that big of a deal. But, and then what I do, because it has the spout, is I control it by pinching it. That's it. And then I normally do this side, get this set before I do the stud part because it's easier than letting the pink run. Do not be afraid of this little piece that's up here for your hole because I got my tape stuck. Hold on, I'm getting all stuck everywhere. Because it's not going to bother anything. Now I do see this one started raising up as that one stayed, which is fine. Not a big deal. Now with this, doing the top, I want to do half and half. I normally just take it and dab it. And then before it has a chance to go anywhere, if it wants to cooperate, because I'm down to the end. There we go. Just fill it in. I think the bottle leaked a little. Just a little. And do the same thing on the other side. Down there. These turn out really, really pretty. Oops. Sorry I hit the camera. Try to use what I got. I don't worry about all the bubbles because I rarely get any with what I do. And then the rest of the pink I sit off to the side. So now I'll take my little tweezers here. And if I have any bubbles, I'll just capture them, bring them out. Which I really don't have that problem too much with this resin. Oops, I don't know what that was. But if I wind up catching it, then I'll just scoop it out. Not a big deal. And then I'll take my light. Make sure your resin is far away from it, because if not, it will cure it, even if it is in the bottle. So I use leftover popsicle sticks from my kids' projects after they're done and they break them apart and whatnot. I just tell them don't break it up, don't throw them away, because I can use them, not a big deal. This resin that I use, I get it in a case of this. And it came 8 bottles for $25. And they have still been lasting me a good while. And I make bundles. I have to do bulk orders because when we go to the market or craft shows, you know you have to have multiples of everything. So that tends to help. So while we're waiting, you can squeeze this in off to the side. And I haven't used this one yet. So I think we might just experiment and see. The same silicone molds. I got this one at Michael's, where I get a lot of my stuff. So Michael's definitely, and this isn't a sponsored thing, paid advertisement or anything. I just really enjoy Michael's stuff because it's good quality, great prices. And they do not skimp on anything, which is wonderful. So all I'm doing is taking the rest that I have and just spreading it through. Okay, I got a little bit more than what I wanted on that one. So I'll scoop it over. I know I haven't been on since I started, but we're in the midst of moving the office again, trying to get it upstairs. So right now everything's in a dismay. So last week, hubby and I took a field trip. And I wound up discovering these guys. It's the UV Craft Creation. They're the colors that you could put in the resin. So, I'll try those later on tonight. And see how hard that is already? And that's just within the minute that we did it. So, and there's no tackiness at all. I enjoy it. I like using UV resin as much as possible because it holds up in the heat, in the weather, you know, because of the UV and the sun and stuff. So I use these in a lot of game pieces and whatever small little trinkets that I can do. The smaller the project, the better, because I know it's harder to do in bigger molds. Unless you layer it, and I haven't tried that yet. I don't think I'm going to. I do have my 2-part resin. I just don't want to make that huge of a mess until I get upstairs and we get unpacked and settled and organized. So once I get upstairs, then we'll be doing all of that. And while that's going, I'll go ahead and pull out the findings so we can make those earrings and show you guys the finished product. I wonder where my jet rings went. Put them away. I like using these little recyclable pill bottles because they hold very well. I do have another container that I use them for too, but if I have them in reach, they are very good to use. I'm going to need 2 more. Off. Oh, I thought I dropped it in the resin. Okay, so again, very durable. Now I do flip it over and just do the other side because you add the pigment and you add the glitter into it, which can also, which I don't feel it on this side because it is already starting to come apart, come out of the mold, but it's just out of those security, and I don't have to hold it on there long because I don't feel that it really needs it. Oh, I didn't know. I just dipped my nails for the first time in the powder and I put it underneath and it's hot pink. Very cool. But you can also use, and I've done this before, it's also in my shop. These are glow-in-the-dark powders. I have used these and they do hold off very well, and they do give that vibrant, bright, glow-in-the-dark color that you want. I love it. I made 1 pair out of an experiment. It worked out very well, and my 8-year-old took it. So I have to make more. Gotta love them, right? Maybe we'll do that today too. The ones I did it in, I can't remember. I also got these guys too. I like these. I haven't really experimented with those yet. But I think those, maybe we'll do the lightning bolts in that one. I haven't really experimented with it. I just got it not that long ago. One of these days I'll go live. You guys can help me pick colors and stuff. So. Color's that one. This one glows teal. It says glow in the dark. Now it looks white, but it glows teal. So we're going to try that today. I have done the yellow that turns green. Is it this one? This is a lemon. And then we got, my husband actually got these for me off of Amazon when I first started about a year ago. This is blue. What's this? This is called Kelly. The color Kelly. Glow in the dark. Which is really pretty. I've only tried these maybe a few times. And this one is gold. Maybe we'll try both. We'll do gold in one and we'll do... I'm curious what the other one's going to turn out like. So we're done with that. I'm going to set that over here the other way. I'll get the cord out of my way. And let that cure while we pop these guys. Oh, I tracked something, which isn't a big deal. And I just pop it up, which turned out really nice. Which I don't worry about that little thing because it'll pop right off. Just like that. It's really pretty. So, I don't know if it was my hand because I touched the UV container, but I did sit that back under there. I think it was my hand, but you just never know. So now I'm going to bring my pliers in. Can't find my other ones. Oh, wait a minute. Found them. So now we're going to take our findings and we're going to connect the earrings together. Oops. It slid. Oh. My hands just don't want to let it do its thing today. There we go. And then when I get it up, I just put, let me find the bottom, this guy on. Now, I like to make sure that they're closed. So once I get them to where they need, you kind of hear that click in it to let you know, hey, I'm closed. Yeah. So, there's that. And then we'll do the same thing. Oh, got the glove sticking to me. Same thing with this guy. Oh, no. I've got butterfingers going on here. I can't. If they're big enough, you can open them with your finger. I still like. See, look at this. I'm dropping it all the time, aren't I? Oh, man. I don't like to bend down, bite down too hard on it, only because these don't have grooves, but my other ones have grooves. And when they have grooves, they can make indent marks. And in your resin, or in your findings, not your resin, sorry. But again, I could have done a smaller ring, but there it is. Isn't that pretty? I absolutely love it. Oops. Ipsy. But again, just feed it through. And it wants to go through. There we go. Sometimes it can be tough, but it'll go. And then again, put that guy on there. And then you definitely want to make sure it's closed. Yeah, you see how the grooves are. You guys can't see too much, but the grooves on these is what I worry about. I do have another pair that has grooves on these, and it's just one of those you don't want to bite. And that one ran away. Where'd he go? All the way over here. Author's been visiting, so it doesn't really help too much. But you can also hold it by your hands and get it just as long as it gets in there. That's really all that matters. And it really doesn't matter how you lay the ear hoop finding, only because it's identical on both sides. So when you have something translucent like that, it just makes life so much easier. Isn't that beautiful? My daughter is a fan of pink. I think pink's okay. It's just not my favorite. So I will upload this and then get right on to the next one. And I will see you guys in the next video. And we will try out the glow in the dark with these guys. Alright, catch me on the other one.